We know it's going to be very difficult because they can score 1 goal, 2 goals, they can score more goals because they have a lot of attacking players with this quality. And we need to defend them well, but also use our players in the attacking moment for to score. And our mentality tomorrow is we'll play the match thinking to win.
I hope so.
Very upbeat Unai Emery. Now, I know you're an Arsenal fan, Darren. Merce, well, both of you, do you worry for them away to Napoli?
A little bit, just because obviously defensively clean sheets have been a problem this season for Arsenal. But they've got that cushion, the 2-goal cushion, to be fair. They didn't concede any away goals, which was key. But for me, it's always going to be tough because, as I said, Arsenal defensively this season haven't been great. You know, I mean, they always seem to leak goals, but their best opportunity, I think, maybe tomorrow night is to try and outscore Napoli, which is going to be tough because Napoli do score a lot of goals at home. But I think if they can go there, get on the front foot and really get in Napoli's faces, then they've got an opportunity to go and win.
They've only lost once at home, Napoli, this season. So, I mean, as we know, they beat Liverpool there in the Champions League as well. Do you agree with Darren's assessment of what they've got to do?
Yeah, I don't think they could stick. I just don't think defensively they're good enough. It's weird, though, when you watch the first leg, it was so one-sided, Arsenal could have probably scored 7. And a week later, it's going to be completely the other way. It's going to be one-sided the other way, probably Napoli way. So I thought they needed another goal. I thought, even though they did great in the first leg, I was thinking, get a third, get a third. But, you know, you're going away, you're 2-0 up in a quarter-final. If you can't hold on to that, I don't care where you're playing, you don't deserve to go through anyway.
Do you think, I mean, he is an experienced and resourceful coach,
yeah, especially at that...
He likes that competition.
Yeah.
So how do you think he will approach it?
I know how he probably would want to approach it, but defensively, they're not good enough.
So what does he do? He'll know that.
Yeah, he will know that, and he'll know he'll have to score a goal. But, you know, you don't want to go like the Everton way and play Ozil and Mkhitaryan away from home, because when you haven't got the ball, you know, they're going to have a lot more of the ball than Arsenal. It's a hard one, and this is where he probably earns his money. But there ain't many managers who've got a better record than him in this competition. So he's got to know something about tactics in away games and how to get results. But, you know, sometimes it's not about the manager, it's about the players. And if you haven't got the players to do that, it becomes very difficult. But, you know, I'd be surprised if Arsenal didn't score because of the way they play. You know, you know, going forward, we never have a worry about Arsenal. You know, they can make chances, but, you know, even the other night against Watford, you'd have never thought in your wildest dreams that was 11v10. You know, a good Arsenal team would have gone and won that 4 and 5, and they were hanging on.
Do you think, Darren, I mean, you say the best bet is to outscore them, but do you think, though, that Arsenal can play a tactical game? So even trying to outscore them still with the handbrake on slightly? Or are they just not built that way?
I don't think they're built that way anymore, but I think they just need legs because Napoli are going to obviously have a large share of the possession going forward, and they need players in there that are not going to be passengers, really. So, like, I love Ozil, like, obviously one of my favourite players to watch, but this might not be the game for him. Yeah, he's quality on the ball. We might need him to get on it and maybe make things happen, but I think first and foremost, you need people that are there going to work really, really hard. So maybe like Iwobi, Torreira, Ramsey, you need these players here that are going to work hard for the team first and maybe try and stay in the game. And as it goes on, then maybe be a bit more expansive. But I think if you go out there and try and, obviously with a few luxury players and try and play that pretty football, it's not going to work.
Do you think it'll be Lacazette and Aubameyang or just one of them?
One of them, I think. I mean, I'd love to see them both play because I think having them two players on the pitch, then obviously Napoli, they're going to have to keep the back four back. But for me, you can
maybe one out wide as opposed to both up top.
No, I think he'll go over Iwobi, I think, maybe, because as I said, Iwobi works hard. I mean, maybe sometimes on the ball his quality's not quite up there with some of the players, but as far as working hard and putting a shift in for the team, he does it every time he plays, Iwobi.
OK, well, switching our mind to Chelsea and potentially their main goal-scoring threat tomorrow night is Olivier Giroud, and it's fair to say he's not happy.
But trust me, I'm not happy to play the second role. So that's why, I said next year I will need to have a more important role to play in a team.
He's played 17 times this season, 15 occasions. Chelsea have won and they've drawn 2. They've never lost. Why doesn't he play?
Because I think he does well when he comes off the bench as well. You know, I think sometimes as a manager, you always have that safety net on the bench of when you're standing there and it's not going right, you can always turn around and go, you know what, I've got a goal on the bench. You don't want to be sitting as a manager and you turn and you think, I've got nothing here if this ain't going well. And I think that's what don't do him any favours.
But what does Higuain offer that he doesn't?
That the manager likes him and the manager's brought him in and he's got to perform because the manager's put himself there. He's put himself on the line. But I think Arsenal probably play Chelsea in the final. I think we could have 2 all-English finals. Wow.
It's a difficult night for you, wasn't it, as a Chelsea fan?
Yeah.
An Arsenal legend.
Yeah.
Do you think he's unlucky, Giroud?
Yeah, in some respects, yeah. I mean, there's too many times for me that when he starts games, he's ineffective. Like, there's times where he's maybe a little bit predictable and sometimes it doesn't stick. I mean, obviously, he's a big target man, strong, can hold the ball. But there's sometimes it comes off him, bounces off him, and you think, well, you know he's a lot better than that. But there's times he comes off the bench and he's a completely different player. Like, he changes the dynamics of the game. All of a sudden, balls are sticking, he scores goals. And as Paul was saying there, I don't think that does him any favours, him doing so well coming off the bench because, as I said, like, Higuain, throughout career, has always scored goals. He's obviously struggled this season, and Sarri likes him, so obviously that's why he's going to play him. But I just think if Giroud maybe was a bit more consistent starting games, then there would be no argument.
See no reason why they can't go through comfortably tomorrow?
Chelsea?
Yeah.
Oh, no, they'll go through easy. I mean, they've got a head start. I think they'll go through quite comfortably. They might even rest 1 or 2 players. But it's going to be the Arsenal game. It's going to be tough.
Does Maurizio Sarri need to win this trophy to keep his job?
I don't think it makes a difference.
No?
No. I can't see him being there. No, the fans are not great lovers of him. You watched him again the other day. Who plays Hazard up front as a false 9? Who would even in their right mind would play Hazard up front as a false 9? You know, when he went over to the left, I mean, it caused havoc. I mean, it was, yeah. I mean, I don't see him being there at all. I mean, this Sarri ball, I don't know where that comes from. You know, he sticks with Jorginho. I mean, no, even if they win this trophy. We've seen plenty of manager win trophies at Chelsea and be moved on.
Seen them win leagues.
And win leagues. So, no, I'd be shocked. I've seen the fans sing songs about managers, not this one.
I mean, Hazard says publicly he and the manager are on the same page tactically. Do you think he's being diplomatic?
Yeah, 100%, because I'm sure if you asked Hazard, he doesn't want to play number 9. That's not his best position. I mean, when he plays wide left, he attracts 2, 3 players at one time, and that creates space for other players. And that's where he's at his best, when he's coming from that left-hand side. But if you asked him openly himself, he doesn't want to play centre-forward because that's not his position. And that's why he brought Higuain to go and play centre-forward, so why play Hazard there?
And if you look at this Chelsea squad, this should be in the top 4. You know, it should be a shoe-in top 4. And
which isn't.
And it doesn't, it probably won't even be.
All right, let's push the boat out. What are the chances 2 all-English finals?
I think every chance. I really do.
Today's the day and the date. Put your stamp down. You're going 2 all-English finals.
2 all-English finals.
I'm going Barcelona versus Spurs in the Champions League and then all-English in the Europa.
And based on that, who comes out on top?
Oh, come on. Do you want to know who's going to win the next World Cup as well? All about injuries, all about fitness, all about confidence. It all depends on that day.
All right.
You know, we've seen confidence. When it goes confidence. You look at Brighton. It's only confidence. It's not the ability of the players.
Right. Champions League, who's winning it?
I'm going to say Barcelona.
OK. Europa?
Arsenal.